Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to emboss one of these cute little boxes. We're going to use the Textured Impressions 3D embossing folder to do that. It's layered leaves that we're going to be putting on the box. First we'll make a box and then we will emboss it. You need one sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. I went ahead and already cut one of the sides. You need two of them, so we're going to cut this extra one. So we have this window box framelit here that's going to fit nicely on there. We'll be using the magnetic platform. And it will stick on there because it's magnetic. This time I'm going to make sure my cutting side is down. We know my history with that. And I'm going to add this little corner piece because I don't like to waste time or paper. So I'm going to cut a little banner out at the same time with the excess. We'll move this over to our big shot. This little piece does not want to cooperate today. When your plates get a little bit warped, the pieces jump around, but just know that's how you do it, and I'll just do it later on that piece of paper. Okay, so we're going to set that up. Wants to jump, and that's because my plates are a little bit warped. There we go. Okay. So cutting edge down. All right, there's our second piece. I'm now going to take the regular Big Shot platform. When you emboss using regular textured impressions, you need both of the cutting plates because this is thin. We're going to eliminate a cutting plate because we're going to use the 3D textured embossing folder, and that creates a very deep cut. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to emboss the sides, and we'll need our Stampin' spritzer filled with water. We'll go ahead and spray that. Okay. Now we're going to put one side in like that and fold the top under. And we'll put the other side in and fold the top up. And that is the key to doing two sides at once. It also makes sure that you don't have the exact same pattern on both sides because one side is going to be turned upside down. Now we'll just use this one cutting plate and we'll roll it on through. This is so much fun. Isn't that beautiful? Now we're going to do the tops. You won't have to roll all the way through. that lovely? And now we'll do the bottom. Notice I'm overlapping just a little bit there. There's a little bit of room to do that. Okay, it's just as simple as that. Now you have all the components for your box embossed. And because you wet it, it puts a little patina, a little shine, like it's metal that's been polished. Now before we assemble our box, we have to put back the score lines that the embossing folder took away. I wanted to show you quickly how this banner folds, because this little gizmo actually puts those score lines in. And so you just fold it like that, and then you have a little banner that you can put on your box. Okay, so we'll move that out of the way. So these are the score lines that have disappeared through the wetting of the paper and running through the Big Shot. We have to put these back on. So I've already done this one. This is the best way I can describe it. Put your stylus right up against the wall and feel 1, 2 bumps. You get to the second bump, that's where you make it, because it's way up here at 1/4 of an inch, but you're not going to be able to get down there in most cases. So I just go for the bump. Bump, bump. Very easy, very quick, if you think of it that way. Bump, bump. So you have to replace this one here. And you also lost these fold lines. Let me quickly put those back in. This one is 2 1/8. And this is 1/8 less than 4. Put that back in there. And then add our other flaps. So that now that we put that fold in, we can get to this one. Fold it the other way and get our final flap done. Okay, now we're ready to apply the tape and make the box. So I'll get the Big Shot out of the way and we'll assemble our box. This is going to be the top and this is going to be the bottom. The bottom has 3 pieces of tear tape and the top has these 4 pieces, and we're going to put 2 pieces on the inside, and that will hold down the inside seam to one side. So we'll do the bottom first and peel off the tear tape. I've already pre-folded these, so just to kind of save time. So that's together, as quick as a bunny. Now we're going to take apart the tape. Just going to do it all at once. Sometimes I don't do it all at once just because it gets kind of sticky and messy, but I'm going to just go for it. Okay, so we're going to do the sides like a seam and sewing. You'll remember we did that with the last box I did. Attach it like a seam and sewing so that both sides are inside. Then we'll do the next flap. Then we'll do the other side. Here's my bird. saying whoa, because he really thought that was cool. There he goes again. Get that little side down so we can do the sewing seam. I do really like to sew, so that's why I wanted my boxes finished with a sewing type seam. Get that guy tucked in there. He wants to jump out at us. Just fold him in really good so I can get the seam down. Okay. And there you have it, as easy as that. The tear and tape does make this process a lot easier. If you were to use the Tombow glue here, you'd be holding each piece for at least 10 seconds before you could move on. And so of course that is not acceptable. And then inside that piece of tape that we put is now going to hold that seam nice and flat. So there you have it in blue. Now I'm going to move over to the end of the table and show you some other projects that we'll be doing. So you have this nice embellished box. You can put flowers on it that I'll show you in another video how to do that. You can also make the same box from a tissue box, and I'll show you that in another video. I'll show you how to cake decorate my boxes. And finally, this one is the same window box, only bigger and now taller to hold tissue paper. We'll see you next time. Bye.